Tamil Nadu earthquake, how a turnout surge and a new challenger rewired the state's political map in 2026. Decoding Tamil Nadu 2026, a statewide reshaping of the electoral map. The biggest story of the Tamil Nadu 2026 Assembly election is not who won, it's that nearly 7 out of every 10 constituencies changed winners compared to 2021. Hi, I am Anurag. The first story I want to pitch you is called the flip story. And I want to start with one number 163. Out of 234 assembly constituencies in Tamil Nadu, 163 of them changed their winning party between 2021 and 2026. That is a 70% chance rate, 7 in every 10 seats in the state switched hands. Now here is why that number matters for your society really. Most channels are going to say TVK own 108 seats on debut. Yes, that is true, but 108 seats is just the outcome. The Sankey diagram here show you the source of those 108 seats, and what it tells you that 65 of TVK's wins directly came from constituencies DMK had held in 2021. Another 26 came from AIDMK and 11 came from INC seats. So TBK did not win from a vacuum. It got it owned from both sides simultaneously across every region. And here is a regional breakdown. So Chennai Metro, the 32 seats capital region, went from DMK winning 29 of 32 seats in 2021 to TBK winning 29 of 32 in 2026. The count is identical, only the ruler has changed. In Congo, the AIDMK was dominant in 2021 with 19 seats. TBK came and won 16 out of them. In the south, Tamil Nadu's largest region with 58 seats, TBK won 26, where DMK had previously won 31. The only region where the older order was held was central, where AIDMK retained 15 seats, exactly as many as it had in 2021. Is where the story gets genuinely interesting, because chapter 1 tells you what happened, where the seats moved. Chapter 2 tells you how it reveals a pattern in the data, and I think it is the single most television or the insight in the entire data set. TVK finished with 35.1% of the statewide vote. That is a remarkable number for a party contesting its first election. But here is what makes it more remarkable. DMK statewide vote share was in 2021 was 38%. TBK in 2026 nearly matched it. Now you might say, okay, similar numbers statewide could be coincidence. So I went region by region and look at this dot chart. Chennai Metro, DMK got 45.7% 2021, TBK got 46.9% 2026, a difference of 1.2 percentage points. The South, DMK got 33.4% in 21, TBK got 33.6% in 26. Kungu, both seated exactly 34.7%. Delta, DMK at 40.9% in 21, TBK at 33% in 26. That is the one region with a visible gap, but everywhere else these two lines are almost on top of each other. This is not a coincidence, this is a pattern. Region by region, TBK 2026 is tracking DMK 2021. At the same time, DMK's own share in 2026 fell from 38% to 24.3%. AIDMK fell from 33.5% to 21.3%. Both major parties lost a significant ground in Tamil Nadu. Now the natural question your anchor will get from yours is, did TBK pull these votes from DMK or AIDMK or from people who are not voting people? And here is the analysis. The average voter turnout in 2021 was 73.4%. In 2026 it was 86.2%. That is a rise of nearly 13 percentage points, a state record. Millions of additional votes entered the system that simply were not there in 2021. So the honest answer of the data given us is probably all these sources. Some DMK voters moved, some AIDMK voters moved, and a large number of people who are not voting in 2021 came out in 2026. The data cannot tell us the exact split, but it gives us the pool that got bigger. TFK filled a very large part of it. Chapter 3. This is the one I personally find most compelling, because it completely reframes what a 108 seat win actually means in practice. I think this is the chapter that will make you so different from everything else in AI. The question I look is how decisive were those wins? Not in seats, in votes, inside his constituency. How comfortable was the winner in 2021? 84 out of 234 winners crossed 50% of the ballot vote in that seat. More than one third of all winners had outright majorities. In 2026, that number is 14. 14 seats out of 234 where the winner crossed 50%. Flip it to the other. In 2021, just 2 seats were decided with the winner below 35% of the ballot vote. In 2026, 61 seats, one in every 4 constituencies in Tamil Nadu was won with less than one third of the electorate. The winner did not have a majority, they did not even have a strong plurality, they simply had more votes than the other two in a three-way split. The tightest result in the entire state was Truptapur, won by a single vote, one vote, on 38.8% of the total valid votes. The most decisive was Edapadi, won by 98,000 votes around, with a 58% share. Average winning margin fell from 22,871 in 2021 to around 16,000 in 2026, a 27% drop. What does this mean for your student? It means you can keep your audiences genuinely counterintuitively closing inside. This result looks like a landslide in seats, but underneath 91 constituencies were decided on their pluralities. If the opposition had been unified rather than split, many of those seats would have looked very different. Tamil Nadu is not a state where one side is dominant and the others are distant. It is a state now finally divided in three ways. Small shift in any direction can have large constituents on the state map. And I think this presentation will make your audience smarter when it ends than when they begin. So that's from me.